Okay folks, I'm going to show you my kombucha brewing method, which works great. It's super cheap, super easy, super consistent. Great results. Okay, I have my little trusty 2-gallon Cuisinart stainless pot here, cranking away here. It's a nice easy amount to remember here for ratios here. You put in about 1 tea bag per pint. So a gallon would be 8 pints, 8 tea bags. I do 1.5 gallons in this pot, which allows me a perfect amount for my week consumption of kombucha. 1.5 gallons, again, would be 8 pints per gallon. That would be 12 pints total. So 12 tea bags, count them there, see them? So I get this going to a low simmer, and your sugar amount is a nice convenient amount too. It's a 1/4 cup sugar to 1 quart of kombucha, or 4 quarts would be a full cup of sugar to a full gallon of kombucha. So again, we're going to make that a recipe and a half. So 1.5 gallons has 12 tea bags and 1.5 cups of sugar. I just use regular white sugar. Again, quite cheap, on sale for ridiculous, like $2 for 4 pounds or something. Anyway, I get that low simmer going. Now, if you've brewed anything else or made candy or anything, you know that once sugar is coming to a boil, it can boil over. So I make a very low simmer. Some people will tell you to boil or simmer it and go overnight. Some people might say do it for 1 minute. They all work. I do this maybe 3 to 10 minutes. I don't really even worry about it. Definitely would do 10 minutes if I had any concerns about the safety of my water, because that would sanitize it, but that's not the issue here. Although boiling it for a while does tend to boil off some of the other impurities or the chlorination in your municipal water if you're stuck with that. I prefer to use a built-in water filter that I have here, so I can take as much water as I wish anytime. Just turn it on there. Or I sometimes will take it from the refrigerator where there's a filter built in too. So we get that going, and then after that's done, we can dump the cooled off tea into our SCOBY and fermenter. So you want to cool this pot off either overnight or longer, or unless you can cool it off more quickly, I'll set it down on a cold tile floor or set it in the breeze with the lid on, and it cools off more quickly that way. Once that's done, we can throw it into our fermenter, which I'm not sure if you can see this very well, but here's where I keep my SCOBY. Right now there's only a little bit of starter tea in here, but so you see that big giant SCOBY we have here. It grows to the size of the vessel. So it was small at one point when I bought it, and it grew to the entire diameter here. But I'll take that off and pour the tea into there and leave it for 1 week. And that works great for me. You might want to do it for 2 or 3 weeks and get it more like vinegar. I prefer to have it in that state after 1 week. It comes out great. After it's done, I dump it into this food grade bucket that I bought for about $1 or $2 at our local bakery, and came with a lid and everything. So I drilled a 1-inch hole, I believe it was, and fitted it with a spigot from the local fermenter and homebrew supply shop. So this little spigot here can be aimed downward and turned on, and it'll fill up all my bottles here. So as you can see, we have reused our commercial $3.80 kombucha, and we've gotten great results. So this is my own homebrew.